My name is Kathleen Selmans. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Amplified Now, a video content strategy service for busy professionals who know they need content, know they need to be creating content all the time, but can't figure out how to add it to their already full plate. In this video, I will discuss the 3 pieces of equipment that you need before you record your first video. Now, video quality comes down to 3 things: the quality of your camera, the quality of your lighting, and the quality of your audio. And we'll get into all 3 of those things. This is an interesting decision point for you because there are ways to do all of this without spending any money, and there are ways to do all of this while spending thousands of dollars and getting equipment that you need to go get a video degree in order to learn how to use. And of course, just like anything else, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Let's talk about your camera. There is an axiom in photography that says that the best camera, hands down, is the camera you have with you when you see an opportunity for a photo. So a lot of times that means it's your smartphone. Your fancy camera doesn't make sense unless it's with you when you see the opportunity. The same goes for video. You have a camera built into your computer, almost certainly. Now, the question becomes whether that camera is high enough quality for what you want to do. And just like price range, quality has a big continuum. On the low end are what people say, I took this with a potato. And those are those really low quality cell phone videos that a person does not want to see all over social media. Maybe they took them with the wrong settings, or they took them with an outdated phone, but they are super low quality and they're pixelated even if you're looking at them on the phone. On the other end of the spectrum are 4K videos. Videos that you would put, I don't know, on a background of a billboard or something like that. So you don't want a potato, and you probably don't need a 4K camera. So cameras that you want, again, if your video camera, your built-in one on your computer, if your computer is only a few years old, it's probably high quality enough. But if it's not, you have a couple of different options. Logitech has these great webcams that produce really high quality 1080p output. Great. I use a Canon camcorder for my videos. And then there's other things you can do too. If you are going to take cell phone videos, turn the phone. So make the phone look like you're playing a video game, not like you're scrolling through your feed. If you do a tall video, you get these alleys, and on some clients, I'll put them on in front of like a brick wall or something so that I don't have to stretch out a really small video. So that, for you, spend around under $1,000 will get you a very, very good video camera. And if you get 1080p, you are not going to bump up against this is not high quality enough for me. Right now, my camcorder is 1080p. It's not 4K. It was under $1,000. I will link to the exact model in the notes. It's a Canon. And I know that 1080p will work for a very long time. 4K videos are really big anyway, and the files are big, and they're optimized to stretch out really big. But when you're thinking about video in terms of content marketing, you need to think about the most often use case. That's going to be social media. It's going to be YouTube. So make sure you have something high enough quality for YouTube, and you should be fine. The second, lighting. Now again, you can spend a lot of money on lighting, and you can spend a very little amount of money on lighting. The best tip I got from a videographer when I was getting started was to sit near an open window. Or, well, I live in the desert, so not an open window, but the blinds are open. So I have natural light coming in on all of my videos. I also have what is used in photography to avoid having to use a flash when you are taking low light images. I'll link to that. It's a Felix. Probably a ring light would be better, but I have some photography equipment that I wasn't using, so I use that. I would recommend a ring light. They're probably a little less expensive, a little lighter weight. I'll link to those too in the blog post that accompanies this video. And then the third thing is audio. You do not want to sound like you're in a car or on the freeway or under a waterfall. I mean, even if you are. If you're at a waterfall, what are you doing taking video anyway, right? But get a mic. Make sure you have one that's better than the built-in earbud mics. Get the mic that works for you. The lower end of the spectrum one, under $100, it's an ATR 2100, and it's one directional. So I used to have a Blue Yeti, and that picked up all the background noise, and I often have children in the background, which I don't need to pick up with my mic. So I have a one directional ATR 2100, and that works great for anything that I need. Again, it's not very expensive. It sits on a stand. I hide it because I don't like the way it looks in my videos. You're supposed to look at me, not my mic. But once you have those three things nailed, I think you're set. The last thing, the fourth thing that I only bring up because we're all working from home is your background. I moved my desk so that I would have good natural light, but also so that I would be in front of a blank wall. On the other side of my office is an open bookshelf, which is distracting. Even if I have a whole bunch of books that I want you to, see how well I can read behind me, you're still going to be distracted. And I want you to focus on me, just like I want people to focus on you when you are creating videos. So yes, you do need some gear in order to create professional looking videos, but you don't need a studio. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money. Again, you can probably get away with using your webcam for, a little while until you see that this is something you want to keep doing. Maybe you don't want to spend the $1,000 on a camcorder. Maybe you don't want to buy a better webcam from Logitech. But what you want to do is make sure that you are offering and creating the highest quality videos that you can. And I feel like that might sound counterintuitive based on my premise, which is that you should be able to do these videos without scripting, and they should seem natural, and you should just be talking to your ideal client. And all of that is true, but people believe people more when they're not even thinking about the quality of your video. You want your target to not even think about what your quality is or what you're working on. You know what I mean? So focus on making the quality so good that they're just focused on you. And one final tip, which if you want to become a client, I will talk you through in greater detail, but make sure that you are visible. All of you is visible. Not all of you. This is not a fitness competition, but Head and Shoulders are visible in your image, and you want to take up more than half of the display. So make sure that you're doing that, and then get to work. It's much more important to have videos than it is to have the perfect setup. If you want help getting started, we offer one-time strategy sessions as well as ongoing full-service video content marketing. Click the link below to find out more. Thanks so much.